like, I don't know, like Queen of England, very nice tone with nice phrases. Just for that only, it's worth it to watch, right?
I think they're
And,
covering all parts
Is
of
it as thrilling as the Squid Game? Because I think that was 5 hours as well.
yeah, let's watch few minutes so you get thrill of it, and we can watch a little bit each time. So she's asking throughout about the form, what is in there, on what page, and you can see like people don't know what to answer, right? But from this video, you really know what to learn, what you need to be paying attention to. I was just actually thrilled I discovered it.
Do they have a slide with the 39 suspicious things?
Yeah, this you
This
see
is
it?
a slide.
Yeah.
Client negotiates a purchase for a market value or above, but requests that a lower value be recorded for documents. Okay, or under the table. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's true. Loan mortgage amount is above market value. Okay.
Yeah, can you read us from the screen? So we, at least this one.
Yeah, client purchases a property in someone else's name. Yeah, so it's like a proxy. So yeah,
Mhm.
whether it's like you know that the person who's buying the property is not really the person who's paying for it.
Mhm.
Client inadequately explains last minute substitution of a party's name. Yeah, pays initial deposit with a check from a third party rather than a spouse or a parent. Transaction is completed anonymously in collusion, innocent or innocently through a lawyer or notary. Deposits are made into the lawyer's or notary's trust account. Okay. Use of real estate agent, broker, developer, lawyers, notaries, wittingly or unwittingly to accept false personal or financial information related to an aspect of real estate deal or mortgage loans. Okay.
So this is a glimpse of it, and it's actually several layers of it, how they're looking at it. I copied in a doc file, I can share with you later, but let's see how they discuss in it. We will start from minute 8.
Not hear anything.
You didn't hear?
No.
No, there's no sound.
Yeah.
I have a sound here, so probably.
Maybe it's not broadcasting over Zoom. Maybe put on closed captions. Do you see the CC button at the bottom?
Well,
The CC. It's 2 letters. CC, yeah.
okay, yeah.
See if we can. Yeah, we can
Oh, it gives what they talk and translate actually YouTube over it. Can you try? From minute 8. If not, I guess everybody will have to watch themselves. We can just see the forms, how they do it. But it's interesting. So this lady on a row, like it's a Collins Commission, right? So that's a government's inquiry into how real estate industry doing. And this Colin and Kelsey Ross, they kind of questioning it very nice way that 3 people here, right?
Yeah.
And they are explaining about what kind of in very nice ways. But this lady, she's just unbelievable how she phrases the questions, how she handles. You did before.
If I try to share video, I think what Zoom does is that it shares the screen. Like it shows what you have on the screen, but I don't think there's any way to share the sound.
So the best we can do, yeah, because the sound of it, it's just, you know, best of everything. But anyway, we can have a glimpse of it this way, right? So actually, I was thinking we watched it and then we do some quiz, but we can do the same.
Yeah,
May-
can you just read the PDF, the 39 indicators of suspicious transactions?
So, and it's together with the video I can share with anyone. So if anyone interested to watch instead of movie, but it will be very helpful.
Yeah.
So there, okay, let me switch back to another screen. So, well, you still seeing video now.
Yeah,
You
like we can say that there's many different things, like for example, buying property is acting weird. Like he's not maybe the one who's actually buying the property, or he's like trying to investigate on behalf of somebody else how to actually do it. And they keep asking you questions of how to get around regulations. That's definitely suspicious. But any one of those, I think that in like when they want us to report stuff, I think what they have to say is that it's not any one thing on this list, but it's the combination of like 3 to like 5 of those things that make you think that, okay, maybe this transaction should be reported, right? Because I think that there are some OCD people and they do question you in detail about every aspect of the transaction, from contracts to every single form that you're filling out and why you're filling it out and what does it say here and fine print on page 6, right?
Yeah.
Like that in itself could be just a sign of a very distrustful or very detail oriented person. But if it's coupled with the fact that this person actually is actively trying to get around the different requirements that you're supposed to do, like they say, oh, don't use my driver's license, here's my wife's driver's license, just write up the contract under her name, and you've never even met the wife. So
we have
where is she? And he's like, oh, she's just traveling, she can't be here. So like various.
So
I think at the end of the day, like when something feels weird,
Now I put another screen. Can you see this 39 on a?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe you can a little bit read it, but it's actually much more than we thought, right?
I think FINTRAC is also trying to justify it. Did they actually catch someone? But
Yes.
because as far as I'm concerned, we're filling out all of these reports. We're following all of these requirements.
Actually,
and it all goes into a black void.
No, when you look at this video, you get convinced that they really doing this.
They really investigate some cases?
Yeah, so it's a 30% of the cases end up after investigation in something like results from real estate industry, 30%, and reporting only under 5. So they saying it's a big discrepancy in a way, right? How they doing it? It's not like if you put suspicious on someone, they gonna right away rush to the house and arrest them. No, they are watching them for years. So many different ways of people reporting, they gathering all information together. And then, so it's a slow process, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be immediate reactive, but they're very good at starts and gathering all and keeping all information.
The way that I understand it is this is all just groundwork until they actually get all of this information computerized, because at the moment they're just gathering paper forms and they just want realtors to be trained in how to fill them out, because the next step is to take them online. And once they take them online, they can actually put in some like computer scanners and,
No, they have it all in a system. Like if they need to search for person, they can search.
They can find it.
Yeah, they can find it. They have it all. So
they haven't got AI cracking on this yet, right? They're not searching for certain patterns and
they do. Like
if
you read all this, I'm just got astonished. They do and put it in the layers. So can you, for example, read this page?
Client appears to formally record large volume transactions using unconventional bookkeeping methods or off-record books. Okay. I think that would be hard to apply to real estate.
This is second one is a good one.
Client over justifies or explains the transaction. Yeah, when people are nervous or doing something illegal, they tend to do that. Is secretive and is reluctant to meet in person. Definitely. Client is nervous, not in keeping with the transaction. Okay. Client is involved in transactions that are suspicious but seems blind to being involved in money laundering activities. Okay, client's home or business telephone number has been disconnected. There is no such number when an attempt is made to contact the client shortly after opening the account. Okay, definitely. Normal attempts to verify the background of a new or prospective clients are difficult. Okay, this would be like for somebody who's overseas, for instance, right? Client appears to be acting on behalf of a third party, but doesn't tell you. Client is involved in an activity out of keeping for that individual or business. What would be, oh, I guess if it's like if it's a housewife that has no income buying $1 million, like multi-million-dollar mansion or something. Client insists that a transaction be done quickly.
It's also true with professional non-payers and rentals. That's, I can say it's a good one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That insists that the transaction be done quickly. Okay. Inconsistencies appear in client's presentation of the transaction. Transaction does not appear to make sense or is out of keeping with usual or expected activity for the client. That's very vague. Client appears to have recently established a series of new relationships with different financial entities. Again, that's more applicable to banks. Client attempts to develop close rapport with staff. Clients uses aliases with a variety of similar but different addresses. Okay. Client spells his or her name differently from one transaction to another.
Yeah, so we don't do today more because it's like several layers of it. It's on a accounting layer or behavior layer, and they all describe differently. So we can do rest of it another day. Now I want to ask these test questions, only 3 questions. Okay. First question is obligation for compliance program applies to brokerage and real estate professional regardless of wherever remuneration made or not. Remuneration is received. So if you say, oh, I'm not get any money, I'm just talking to people.
Yeah, you still have to do all the steps. You still have to do all the steps. It would be stupid though if you did all of that work for no money.
And now the main questions. The first one, PCMLTFA, very quickly, what it means. Anybody knows? $5? One. This should know, right? BCFSA.
Yeah.
British Columbia Financial Services Authority.
Yeah.
Super, yeah. And a third one, RE, in regards to FINTRAC. Anybody knows?
No.
No. Okay, now we're looking at the answers. Everybody's thinking, right? Now we bring it attention. This is important definitions. So I put them down here answering. So what is the first one? Proceeds of crime, money laundering, and terrorist financial act. Yeah, so this is will be questioning if they come, they ask. It's very basics, right? So on a video, lady asking this question, and it's a terrorism. This one we have online. It's an act, many pages, which is good to learn, right? And a second one, $5 got Arian, congratulations. BC Financial Services Authority. He got it right. Oh. And how about the third one? Okay. Third one. read, right? What does it means?
Real estate services?
No, it's E, right? E, not S. So this one, guys, it's have an answer on I'm not gonna tell you the answer, but maybe you look and let me know next time. So will be like homework. It's according to FINTRAC. It's a FINTRAC thing, right? So this is a good one. Okay. It's a very interesting.
Reporting entities.
Okay, good. So today we have two winners, right? Elena and Ariane. So I don't know, anything we can do to make it fun for FinTrack, right? Let's do it. So we learn the thing. So here, now, Ariane, can you read more
Yeah.
reasons?
Point 20, right?
Yeah.
The client uses a post office box or general delivery address or type of mail to drop the address instead of street address when this is not a norm for that area. Client provides all information of or information that you believe is unreliable. Client offers you money, gratitude, or unusual favors for provision services that may appear unusual. Client pays for services or products using financial instruments such as money orders, traveler's check without relevant entries, or with unusual symbols or stamps or notes. You are aware that a client is the subject of money laundering or terrorist financing investigation. You become aware from a reliable source that can include media or open source that a client is suspected of being involved in an illegal activity. A new or prospective client is known to you as having a questionable legal reputation or criminal background. Transactions involves a suspected shell entity, that is a corporation that has no assets, operations, or other reasons to exist. Knowledge of reporting or recording keeping requirements, client attempts to convince employees not to complete any documentation required for this transaction. Client makes inquiries that would indicate a desire to avoid reporting. Client has unusual knowledge of the law in relation to the suspicious transaction reporting.
Yeah.
Client seems very conversant with money laundering or terrorist activity financing issues. Clients are quick to volunteer that funds are clean and not being laundered. Clients appear to be structuring amounts to avoid record keeping, client identification or reporting thresholds. Client appears to be collaborating with others to avoid record keeping, client identification or reporting thresholds. Client performs two or more cash transactions of less than $10,000 each outside 24 hours apart, seemingly to avoid the 24-hour rule. Clients provide doubtful or vague information. Clients produce seemingly false identification or identification that appear to be counterfeit, altered, and inaccurate. Client refuses to produce personal identification documents. Client wants to submit copies of personal identification documents. Client wants to establish identity using some other than personal identification documents. Client inorderly delays presenting corporate details. Um, all identification presented is foreign or cannot be checked for some reason. All identification documents presented appear new or have been recently issued dates. Client present different identification documents at different times. Client alters the transactions after being asked for identity documents. Client presents different identification documents each time a transaction is conducted. Clients start conducting frequent cash transactions in large amounts, which have not been in normal activity for the clients in past. Clients frequently exchange small bills, denominations that are unusual for the client when the business norm in that business is different. Clients present notes that are packed or wrapped in a way that is uncommon. Client deposit musty or extreme dirty bills. Client makes transactions of that are just under the reporting threshold in the amount. Attempt to avoid the reporting threshold. Client consistently make transactions that significantly below the reporting threshold in an apparent attempt to avoid triggering the identification and reporting requirements. Client presents uncounted funds for transactions. Upon counting, the client reduces the transactions to an amount just below that which could trigger the amounts requirement.
Hmm.
Client conducts a transaction for amount that is unusual compared to amounts in the past. Client frequently purchases traveler's check, foreign drafts, and instruments when this appears to be outside of normal activity.
Mhm.
Client asks you to hold, transmit large sums or assets when this type of activity is unusual. Shared addresses for individual involves cash transactions, particular when the address is for business location and does not seem to correspond with the stated occupation, student, unemployed, self-employed, etc. Stated occupation of the clients is not keeping with the level of type of activity. Uh, for example, a student or unemployed individual makes daily maximum cash withdrawals at multiple locations. Cash is transported by a cash courier. Large transactions using a variety of denominations. Transactions seem to be inconsistent with the client's apparent financial standing or usual pattern of activities. Transaction appears to be out of normal course for industry practices, does not appear to be economically viable. Transaction is unnecessary, complex for its stated purpose. Activity is inconsistent with what would be expected from declared business. A business client refuses to provide information to qualify for a business discount. No explanation for the size of transactions or volumes. Transactions or financial connections between businesses that are usually not connected, for example, food importer dealing with automobile parts. Transaction involves non-profit or charitable organizations for which there appears to be no logical reason, where there appears to be no link between the stated activity of the organization and the other parties in the transaction.
Mhm.
Transactions involving account opening accounts where the client's address is located is outside the local service area. Opening accounts is in the other people's names. Opening accounts with name very close to other established business entities. Um, Attempting to open or operate accounts under a false name. Account with large number of cash deposits and small number of cash withdrawals. Funds are being deposited into several accounts, consolidated into one and transferred outside the country. Clients frequently use multiple deposit locations. Multiple transactions are carried out the same day at the same branch without apparent attempt to use different tellers. Activity far exceeds the projected time of opening account. Establishment of no of multiple accounts, some of which appear to be remain dominant for some extended periods. Accounts that were reactivated from inactive or dormant status suddenly see significant activity. Reactivate dormant account containing a minimal sum suddenly receive a cash deposit, followed by frequent cash withdrawals until transferred sum has been removed. Unexplained transfers between clients, products, and accounts. Large transfers from one account to other that appear to be pooling money from different sources. Multiple deposits are made into client's account by third parties. Depositing or withdrawal of multiple monetary instruments, particularly instruments that are sequentially numbered. Frequent deposits of bearers instruments in amount just below 10,000. usually large cash deposits by a client with personal or business linking to an area associated with drug trafficking. Corresponding accounts being just used as pass-through points for foreign jurisdiction with subsequent outgoing funds to another financial jurisdiction. Multiple personal and business accounts are used to collect and then funnel funds to small number of foreign beneficiaries, particular when there are locations in concern such as countries known for suspected facilitate money laundering activities.
Mm-hmm. So it's a few more pages like this. Yes, guys. So anyone who take interest in this particular subject, and with time it's easy to like it when you dive in inside.
You know.
Yeah, you can share.
So for 515 spender, I think all of the units are leased. So Oleg, just have a look, and if you can remove the ads, we can push more for 1118 Homer Street. But 515 spender, the landlord does not need more tenants.
Mm-hmm.
We have this unit just away from 3 minutes away from English Bay Beach. Very affordable. I'm just trying to. It's not loading.
Have you tried to send the Niraj video, so she will make a video of it as well on YouTube?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we have this unit available. It's just few minutes away from English Bay Beach, and $2,000 shared laundry. That's the only issue. But
Mm-hmm.
it's quite beautiful. It has good water views. I am showing this today also. I already have an applicant just working and planning to wrap this unit.
What time are you showing?
I'm just waiting. I have a couple of more appointments. I'm just trying to wait for other people. And then I can see either it's 3 p.m. or it's evening.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have 33 Smythe. We have this unit. It's fully furnished. It comes with, it has a den.
Mm-hmm. And we have video of it as well. So maybe it's
Not
like just press below. Sometimes when you share screen, it's difficult
yeah, it becomes slow, I think so. Yeah.
because of that. Yeah, about slow, Yelena, did you discuss with RG Rim about the picture sizes? Maybe.
Picture what?
Picture sizes on the website.
No, I didn't discuss it with her. Yeah.
Maybe a good idea, yeah. It's kind of boring job to do, but I saw it's some of them really better to reduce this oversize.
Yeah, we have.
What do you want them to be? Like 72 pixels?
No, because that will be not good enough. She knows, like, to reduce to the decent, decent, not losing the quality, but some of them just too many, or some we don't need anymore, right? We can go through the, because we have whole huge database, maybe it's at
Mostly
least
pictures, right?
500 units, it's hidden, right? So then we can anytime put it on, and but some of them may be sold or something, right? Sometimes it's sold and then new owner call and asking to rent same unit. It's happened to me a few times. So
yeah,
even that one maybe sometimes we not delete, but some of them for maybe old house got demolished. And this is a house, yeah, Aryan?
Yeah, this is the house in Coquitlam. The landlords are still deciding. They also want to lease the basement. They are still deciding if they want to lease the whole house, stay in the basement, or just move up again in this house and lease the basement. For now, I'm advertising this, but I think the basement would also be available. That also comes furnished and unfurnished.
Basement is 2 bedrooms,
3-bedroom basement.
3 bedrooms.
Very good interior furnishings.
Two baths,
1 bath.
1 bath. Mhm. It's a beautiful house. Yes,
Yeah.
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 my
And,
cat agrees. Yeah.
I have another townhome coming. I haven't posted the pictures yet. I'm just waiting for the owner to sign the authority to lease. That's in
Mhm.
Sullivan Village in Surrey. That is also a very good property, well maintained. Owners asking for $3,000. I am meeting another landlord today. He has a house in South Vancouver. He has a 5-bedroom house. So I would be just meeting him today, discussing how we want to go further and proceed. So even that would be available from December 1st or 15th.
Oh, nice. And we have an office for sale, yeah?
Oh, in Richmond.
Um, Show our office for sale. Maybe Elena can speak about that one.
Oh, yeah, just a small
Yeah,
office
this
space
one on the, yeah,
in Richmond,
this one, yeah.
300 square feet.
It's actually 2 rooms and kind of
Yeah.
both of them corner units, which is very nice. Like for that mall, it's for sure
The
one
best
of
units, yeah.
best floor plan, yeah. On a corner, you see it somehow from both sides, and it's going into lane, which is nice area, right?
Yeah.
So the 1 floor below, it's a good food court and have visitor parking there.
Yeah.
So here's this floor plan. Of course, the like carpets are dirty and all, but it's easy to fix. Yeah, so. And this is entry. It's a nice office and not expensive by today's standards. Ariane, it can be good buy for buyers out of town because don't need to pay 20%, right? It's a commercial.
Yeah.
And also tenants there until end of December. So from January, no tenants. So probably if we're not sold yet, we look at the tenant same time. So investor can buy with tenant in, maybe gives them more comfort.
Most people actually want to use it as their own business. Most people who have been asking about it, if in case, Anita or Helen asked if it should be better to rent it out. If you rent it out, it has to be something temporary, somebody who can go with a 1 month notice, because most people who are looking at it want to do their own business there.
Okay, so we can put them on month to month because nobody of them want to sign a year, so they will do that. Good diversified from 1997 people that comes to it, so it's a good client base.
Let's close the SkyTrain.
Yeah, and parking is kind of on a roof, on the 2nd floor, visitors parking, I believe 2 hours, free parking. Food actually excellent in that food court. It's like better than high-end restaurants for some reason. Very good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they have a good cooks there. So nice big washrooms, many good neighbors, so good office actually. I like it. So anybody who buys it, I think gonna be well off. Now people, how many offers we already get? They tried to lowball, right? So they get under 200,000, but owners are very firm on a price.
We also have a new member who is starting to join our company, Pushpinder.
Yes.
And she's just waiting to apply for a license.
Hi, Pushpinder, welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you.
How are you today? So you
Doing
know,
well.
you know all of us. It's Oleg. If you need to do any digital arts, he's our guy for doing all those amazing digital arts. Also, he's accountant, bookkeeper. So he's
Okay.
junior bookkeeper. We have 2 CPAs, and Oleg and I learning CPA. So now almost can do. I can do it already. Trust reconciliation, and Oleg also on the way, right? Very soon. And Ariane, you know, and Yelena.
Hi, Ilyana.
Hi.
Pushinder is a rental agent, so you can
Okay.
talk to her about how she can participate in sales. I mean, in referrals and stuff like this. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just have to reply to a quick message. Still trying to coordinate that showing. Yeah, welcome, Pushpinder, to our team. Have you signed to become a rental agent already?
No, I have to fill the forms. Then I don't know how much time it will take, but I will fill the forms.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. I would be very excited to have you on your team. Are you just starting out in a real estate career, or have you been an agent for a while?
No, I'm just starting.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So that's a great start. Great to have you on board. Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can do both sides, rental and property management. It's not that complicated. Which license did you do?
Property manager license.
Oh, property management. Okay.
Yeah.
And lease up and property manager, it's same thing, right? Just
Yeah.
2 different services. Yeah.
Okay.
And also we have Maria.
Hi, Maria.
So she's she can talk about herself. Yeah.
Yeah, so I passed my exam to trade in real estate, and now I have my applied course. So I started yesterday.
Oh, okay. So just as me, kind of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So Pushinder worked, can I say, yeah, where you did it in Copier, right? Maybe talk about this. So you have a good skills, you know, which is very
Yeah.
important.
What
for
were
those-
you doing before becoming a property manager?
I am associate in the copy center at Staples.
Mhm.
So dealing with a lot of people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
And a lot of papers, right? It's a
Yeah, a
good-
lot of papers. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a good for us.
Yeah.
So Oleg is doing accounting courses also, right? So we have on Mondays and Thursday all day long with Maulet and Oleg on Zoom doing reconciliations. So anybody interested in that aspects, welcome to join. It's a good skill set to learn as well for people that want to help with accounting. Do you like accounting, Pushinder?
Yeah, I like it.
You do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you very attention with details?
I think I like it, but when I will do, I will learn at that time. I don't know yet.
Mhm.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah. I
Yeah.
haven't done the accounting yet, but I do my budgets at home, which I like.
Oh, okay, you like it. Yeah. We have very good experienced CPAs, even our bookkeepers, CPA, with big experience being big manager, auditor in a major bank, in law firms, stuff like that. So it's interesting. Oleg, are you enjoying the lessons?
Yes, Maulet is very interesting accountant, and in person, I like to hear him. I like to study with him.
Yeah, it's definitely good, and we kind of applicable study we're doing on
Yes.
a company books.
Yeah.
So that's if somebody wonders like what we are doing all day long. So you know already what we do 2 days in a week for sure, all day long.
Okay.
Sometimes we do other days, few hours as well. So
Okay.
Oh yeah, I just sent you guys. This is just something new that we are gonna do with Natalia. I actually already paid for 100 calendars to be printed. I'll send you the invoice, Natalia. It's like they're in the process, right? So the main thing that we want to do is we want to be able to put these into every unit that we're renting out, whether it's lease up or long-term property management, so that people just remember our name and our faces and they're right there, right? So it's something very easy and not very expensive. I think the calendars, I think they cost like 50 cents each.
oh,
So yeah, it's not a bad idea. So, you know, most realtors, they just put like a house graphic on the top and their brokerage information on the very bottom of the calendar. And I thought, why are we doing that? First, we have to put our faces, our contact information and everything about us at the top. And then at the bottom, we can put some, you know, other brokerage information, our Facebook, Instagram, blah, 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 whatever we want. So that people, when they, every time they look in their fridge, they see our face.
then they remember. You know, I don't know if it's a good idea for us and Ariane. Once told me, oh, you know, Natalia, when I see you every time I get upset. I say, why? Because each time I see you, I have to give you money. So
and it's three of us. It's
now
three of us, right? And
translates,
it's still, that's why I asked, make like some kind of a nice background in the back, you know, like the city of Vancouver, you know, I don't know, sunset or something, I don't know. And then just, you know how I send out the newsletter? So one of the people who has been on my list for a long time, she contacted me about sponsoring their Christmas party at their church. So a Christmas party, they have an Orthodox, this is a Syrian Orthodox church. So they said that they're renting a church in Surrey to do their Christmas party, but they actually have like basically people from India and Syria and basically Eastern Orthodox like church people go to their Christmas festival. And it's actually not very expensive to sponsor the event. I think it's basically prices range from from $1,000 to $150 to sponsor the event. So $1,000 is you have one prize distribution, family ticket for 4 people, Facebook promo, slideshow during the event, 1-minute promotional video between programs, and brochure distribution. $500, you're allowed to do a 30-second promotional video between the programs. You get 2 tickets, 1 Facebook program, and you're allowed to have a booth and distribute your brochures. $250 ticket, 1 ticket, Facebook promo, slideshow during the event. So I can send you this information. I don't know if it's interesting, but
okay, thank you. Yeah,
to sponsor some community event.
Yeah, it sounds good. Earlier rather than later, it would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.